Can Bam Rodriguez really move up to super bantamweight and beat Naoya Inoue? I think the answer to the question is yes, of course he can. He's got the skills to be able to do so. He's got deadly power for super flyweight, which I think can definitely still be a thing up at super bantamweight. Definitely, it's literally is like Terence Crawford moving up to fight Canelo. You know, it basically is that fight. Crawford, in hindsight, really had to move up three weight classes. You know, if you really think about it, he had one fight at what, super welterweight, one fight, and yeah, Bam Rodriguez having to move up two weight classes. So it literally is the same, to be honest. Bam Rodriguez has got the skill, he's got the power, but these lighter weight classes it fought at a much higher pace. I just think it makes it I think it makes it really intriguing, to be honest, because you know, super bantamweight, super flyweight, they still fight at a very similar, very quick pace. There's not really much different in it. Difference in the pace around those kind of weight classes. It's all very much the same pace. So again, it makes things interesting. But you had Crawford moving up, and he fought at a much quicker pace than what Canelo did. So I think this, in my opinion, could be tougher. I think it is tougher than Crawford moving up to fight Canelo because also as well, Inoue is in his prime. Crawford was in his prime when that in that Canelo fight. Canelo wasn't. These are two fighters now, Bam and Inoue, who are both in their prime. So that makes things even more interesting. I think this fight's even more intriguing than what Crawford and Canelo was. Casuals wouldn't say it, but it is. This is an absolutely unbelievable fight. You know, people say that all the weight's a huge problem. These are elite operators here. Bam is an elite operator. You know, he can make it happen. It's two weight classes. The gap isn't as much as what people think it is as well. I think Inoue's 5'5", 5'4". Bam Rodriguez is like 5'2", 5'3". Again, not a it's not as big of a difference as loads of people think. 114 Bam's at, Inoue's at 122. It's very much doable for Bam Rodriguez. I'm not saying he is gonna win, but I'm saying it's very much doable. He can definitely do it. You can't, all just fill on all out, say, oh yeah, we need to completely run out because, things like this have been done before. Look at what Terence Crawford did. Bam Rodriguez can do it. Bam Rodriguez is on that kind of level. Let's be honest, he is. But I think Bam's got a tougher one. I think that this is tougher because the opponent in a way. No one's found a way to crack this guy. No one's found a way to beat him. But again, no one's found a way to beat Bam Rodriguez. And also, as well, it's not like Naoya Inoue style is based on, size and just brutality. And he's not a brawler or anything like that. He's based on skill. He's not going to be using his size of Bam Rodriguez to beat him. No, Inoue is all about skill. If anything, it's Bam Rodriguez who would be more of a brawler trying to rough up Inoue. I feel like that is what would happen. Bam Rodriguez has got that Mexican style, but also, thing is about Bam Rodriguez, I've always thought about it. Bam Rodriguez has got that Mexican style, but a lot of these guys with the Mexican style were very one dimensional. Bam Rodriguez isn't one dimensional at all. He can do it all. He can fight close range, he can fight mid range, he can fight long range, and have a lot of bloody success. Uses that footwork better than literally every Mexican fighter does. He's class. He's ridiculously smart. So again, I think it's a very intriguing fight. Southpaw as well, Bam Rodriguez. That again could be something that causes Inoue problems. I know Inoue's seen Southpaw before, yeah, of course, but he hasn't seen a Southpaw as smart as Bam Rodriguez. But this is a ridiculously high skilled fight, and I made a video on it like a year ago, I think. I checked before I filmed this, and yeah, I said it was the most high skilled matchup in boxing, and I still 100% stand by that point right now. This right here is the best high skilled fight in boxing without a shadow of a doubt it is. These two are what? Top four pound for pound fighters in the world. It would be absolutely unbelievable. It's two guys who are very smart and skillful, but it's two guys who have never been in a bad fight. I can't think of a bad fight that either of these two have been in throughout their whole careers. They've got naturally entertaining styles, and I think their styles would clash very well because they're both very high skill, but they're both very different. They're both very different. You know, as I said, Bam's not just a one-dimensional guy with a come forward style who Inoue can just pick apart. No, and it's so much more than that. Honestly, I think this is a really, really, really good fight, which has got to happen, and it is more competitive than what people think. And I don't think the size will show as much as a lot of people think it would. I really don't. I really give Bam Rodriguez a big chance. I think it's a 50-50 fight. I would go as far as saying that. As of now, I can't pick a winner. Obviously, you know, I've been saying the size doesn't matter as much, but Inoue has, of course, got advantages over Bam because he's been hit by heavier guys, you know. But again, people have said, Shakur Stevenson has said that Bam is harder than a lot of lightweights. Again, like, I mean, we all know Bam is literally an out of this world talent. Inoue is as well. Very interesting fight. But can Bam Rodriguez move up and actually beat Inoue? Of course he can. Of course he bloody can. He's got everything to be able to do so. But can Inoue also beat Bam? Yeah, of course. But the title of this is, can Bam actually move up and do it? I don't see why not. I don't see why not. It's not impossible at all. And if you really think about it, there's really like an 8 pound difference, like 10 to 8 pound weight difference for these two. Obviously, the thing is, if it's that super bantamweight, Inoue would be much more on the night. That's the thing. But when you got someone as skilled as Bam Rodriguez, things can be interesting. But yeah, make this happen.